So in this video, we're going to look at the area of composite shapes and how we can calculate them. And what do we mean by composite shapes? Well, it's made up of more than one simple shape. So here's an example here. I've got a square. I've highlighted that in the red. And then with the orange, I've got a triangle. Okay. So in this is an example of adding the shapes together. So I'd find the area of that, let's call it area 1, area 2, and then I would go total area equals area 1 plus area 2, something like that. Okay. Now the other way of doing it is, as it says here, is subtracting the areas of these simple shapes. So if we look at this one here, I've got a rectangle, and then what I'm doing is I'm going to subtract that triangle from it. So if I did that before, like I did before, I said area 2, area 1. So my area would be something like area 1 minus area 2. That's the sort of basic idea. Right, so let's have a look at this example here. So in this case here, I would probably be going something like that. I'd be doing an adding one. And so I'd be going to look at my distances. So I've got 9 up until here. So that means I've got a 3 there. So my two shapes are rectangles. So let's actually write that and go area of rectangle equals, and so it's going to be 9 and 5. And go 9 times 5 is 45 meters. Remember my units are in meters. And then I've got area triangle. That's going to be 5. So remember that's half base times height. My base in this case is 3. My height is 5. So I'm going to go half times base times, half times base. So it's 3 times 5, which is the height. That's going to be half times 15. So that's going to be 7.5 meters. Sorry, I cut a shortcut because I wanted to fit it all in. So my area, and if I wrote total, it's going to be area of the rectangle plus area of the triangle, and that's 45 plus 7.5, and that's going to give me 52.5 meters. Okay, let's look at the next example. In the next example, we've got I would look at this and go, all right, so I've got a square, because the square is denoted by the fact that I've got these, and so that would be also a double line there. So let's call that area of square, and I'll be taking away, so in this case I'm going to subtract. So I've got this region here, and I know that that's going to be 6 there. So I've got, let's just go area of the triangle. All right. Area of the square is going to be equal to 6 times 6. So it's going to be 36 meters. The area of the triangle, my height is 4, my base is 6. So it's equals half times base times height. Half times my base, remember, was 6, and times 4, which is my height. So that's a half times 24. That's going to be equal to 12 meters. Now, as I said before, this is the subtraction one. So I've got my bigger part here, and I'm going to take that away. So basically, what I'm going to have is area total is going to be equal to area of square. So I'm just going to run out of room here, minus area of the triangle. So I should have written that before. So 36 minus 12, that's going to equal 24 meters squared. And I just realized that I didn't put the proper units over there, all there, all there. Okay.